Everyone, here I'm going to shoot the next video immediately the video pass 3. Here is relative clauses 5. Here we're going to touch some advanced phrases, relative clauses, let's say, in academic English. So there are two phrases here. In what? One of the phrases in what? And the next phrase here is verbing. It's relative expressions. Now, today we'll talk about these phrases that you can see. All of you maybe see these phrases in academic passages, reading materials, papers. Sometimes get baffled about the meanings. Maybe they try to infer it from the context. The fact is that oftentimes, or even just at times, it's not just enough to contextualize something. Sometimes you need to know the exact meaning of the phrase to be sure of what you read and the way by which you infer it, or from which, let's say, you infer it. So that's why I have to say that I felt an essence of explaining these two expressions to all of you students. First, in what? Let's take first in what. In what? In what, which is used in academic papers, means in a situation. In which situation? In a situation that. It has different meanings, like in a situation, or in which situation, and so on and so forth. It means it is in what. For example, let's write an example. In what? Let's begin the sentence. Jane said something in what everyone felt dazed about it. So maybe like it wasn't the proper situation that Jane shouldn't have said it. I don't know, just a simple sentence. Jane said something in what everyone felt dazed about it. In what meant in a situation that everyone felt confused. Like dazed means confused. Let's say dazed. He used it. Instead of in what, I could have written in a situation, in a way, maybe. So, but this is another way of making or using in a situation an academic paper or research paper. So this is so important in the sentence to use. So in what? This is relative clauses. So let's start from part 5. Now, okay, let's focus on derby. This in what I think is so clear. Now we can focus on derby. Derby, okay. It may be understood as derby. It may be understood, as I said, as having presence of or because there is just here conditional I've written. It may be there was, there have been, and so on and so forth. So there will can be understood having the presence of or because there is. Today we will investigate it as the second expression, because there is. Let's take an example. So I will give an example from the just take an example. There have been a mysterious murder. Let's write this example. There have been a mysterious murder of the king. Murder of the king. The kingdom kingdom is in a deep silence. Deep silence. So this sentence means like the kingdom is in a deep silence because there is a mysterious murder of the king, or since we can say here, since there is a mysterious murder of the king, the kingdom is in a deep silence. So this structure means since there is, or we can say the kingdom is in deep silence because there is a mysterious murder of the king. So I think it's clear. So there being explains the reason, let's say, the existence of the reasons. So that's why written having a present, so we can also understand it in this context. And if you ask me about different tenses here that we can use, here it's like present simple, there been. For the past we can say here there have been. For example, let me write it again because the space there's enough space. There have been. It means if we use there have been, it means there was no a mysterious murder of the king. The kingdom was in a deep silence. So it shows possible past form. But we don't know which past form. It is past simple, present perfect. So like depending on the meaning, each of them can be used. So it is all about there being. So these are the two expressions I explained for academic papers and academic like structure writing. Also for essay to reading passages to understand the context. Inward and there being. It's enough. See you soon, guys.